Hi guys, welcome to top CMAT 2026 GK questions by CrackU. So before starting the session, if you want to join the CMAT 2026 crash course, the link is given in the description. Do check this out. Also, if you want 15 CMAT 2026 mocks with video solutions, the link is also given in the description. Let's start with the first question. Who was associated with the philosophy divinity in humanity? So the question is asking who was the person who was associated with the philosophy divinity in humanity. What does this mean? This means that in human beings there lies God. So who was the main person? The correct answer is Swami Ramakrishna Paramhansa. Right. Let's move to the next question. We need to match list 1 with list 2. List 1 is given with the name of some devices. List 2 is given with the name of some parameters. Solarimeter. By hearing the term solar means something related to sun. So solarimeter would be related to solar radiation. So A goes with 3. So basically solarimeter is an instrument which is used to measure solar radiation. Similarly, anemometer. Anemometer is an instrument which is used to measure wind velocity. Thermocouple. Thermocouple is an instrument which is used to measure temperature. Venturi tube is an instrument which is used to measure flow of liquid. So the correct answer is A goes with 3, B goes with 1, C goes with 4, D goes with 2. So it is A3, B1, C4, D2. So option D is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. I need to match list 1 with list 2. List 1 is given with the name of some stadiums. List 2 is given with the name of some sports. So basically in which stadium which sport is being played. Rangrado. Rangrado is a stadium in North Korea and it is a football stadium. So A will go with 3. MCG stands for Melbourne Cricket Ground. Melbourne Cricket Ground is in Melbourne, which is in Australia. And since it is cricket ground, so the sports is cricket. So B goes with 4. United Center. United Center is a basketball court in United States. So C goes with 2. And Rhodes. Rhodes goes with softball. Right. It's a stadium which is related to the game softball. So A3, B4, C2, D1. A3, B4, C2, D1. So the correct answer is option D. Who is the author of the book The Struggle in My Life? The Struggle in My Life is written by Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa. So the correct answer is option B, Nelson Mandela. It is an autobiography related to him. The next question tells 2 statements. Let's read the statements. Statement 1. The performance and potential of insurance sector is assessed using insurance density as an indicator. So it is being statement 1 is saying that insurance density is an indicator of the performance and potential of insurance sector. Statement 2 is telling the performance and potential of insurance sector is assessed using insurance penetration as an indicator. So here insurance density is the indicator, here insurance penetration is the indicator. So basically both these statements are right. Means as an indicator we use both insurance density and insurance penetration. I need to tell the most appropriate answer. So the most appropriate answer is both the statements are correct. So statement 1 and statement 2 both are correct. So the correct answer is option A. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. We have been given with 2 statements. Let's read it. Statement 1. According to IT rules 2021, social media platforms with minimum 50 lakh registered users are classified as significant social media intermediaries. This is correct statement, right? IT rules released in 2021, it tells that social media platforms with minimum 50 lakh registered users, they are classified as significant social media intermediaries. This is correct. Statement 2 tells that OTT platforms cannot upload content which is adult and explicit in nature. Now statement 2 is incorrect, right? OTT platforms can upload content which is adult, 18 plus and explicit in nature, right? So this is not the correct statement. So the right answer is statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. So the correct answer is option C. Let's read the question. Who among the following thinkers is attributed with the following statement? So long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor. Who have been educated at their expense pays not the least heed to them. So basically, which thinker has told the statement that as long as millions of lives is living in hunger and ignorance, every man is a traitor, means a betrayer, right? Right, and what kind of man? Who has been educated at their expense, but they're not paying, right? They are not contributing to the society. So the thinker who is associated with this statement is Swami Vivekananda. So option B is the correct answer. In the next question, it is being told, who was chosen as the first Satyagrahi to launch the individual Satyagraha in 1940? The correct answer is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Option D is the correct answer. Acharya Vinoba Bhave was chosen as the first Satyagrahi who launched the individual Satyagraha in 1940. Let's move to the next question. Who among the following is a structural biologist who shared the 2009 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for studies on the structure and function of ribosome and is a Padma Bhushan awardee? The correct answer of this question is Venkatraman Ramakrishnan. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan is a structural biologist who won the 2009 Nobel Prize on Chemistry for his studies on ribosomes, structure and function of ribosome. So correct answer is option B, Venkatraman Ramakrishnan. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following statements is or are true regarding the judicial system of India? Okay. So let's read the statements. There can be a maximum of 20 judges in the Supreme Court of India. This statement is not true. It is incorrect. So we can eliminate this. Judges of Supreme Court retire at the age of 65 years. This is correct. Option B is correct. Among the High Courts of India, the highest number of cases are pending at Allahabad High Court as on March 2022. This is also correct. As of March 2022, there was a report released which told that highest number of cases are pending at Allahabad High Court. Among the High Courts, the least number of cases are at Karnataka High Court. This is wrong. They are not at Karnataka High Court. There are 29 High Courts in India. Again, this is wrong. Right? It's not that each state is having a High Court. Right? So this is again wrong. So the correct answer is option B and C. So the correct statements are B and C only. So the correct option will be option D, B and C only. Moving to the next question, we have been given with two sentences. The branch of science which shows interrelationship of living organisms and their environment is called genetics. This is wrong. It is not genetics, it is ecology. The branch of science which shows interrelationship of living organisms and their environment is called ecology. The techniques of recording and reproducing three-dimensional images of object is known as lexicography. Again, this is wrong. The techniques of recording and reproducing three-dimensional image of object is known as holography. So basically, both these statements are wrong. So both statement 1 and 2 are false. So option B is the correct answer. Who among the following sport person was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Delhi Sports University in 2021? In June 2021. So the person who was appointed as a Vice Chancellor of Delhi Sports University in June 2021 is Karnam Malleshwari. Option C is the correct answer. It is Karnam Malleshwari who was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Delhi Sports University in June 2021. Moving to the next question. In November 2020, Union Cabinet gave its nod to merge which two banks? So which two banks were merged in November 2020? Right, the proposal was passed by Union Cabinet. So the correct answer is the banks were Lakshmi Vilas Bank and DBS Bank of India. So the merger happened with Lakshmi Vilas Bank with DBS Bank of India. So the correct answer is option C. Moving to the next question. Given below are two statements. Let's read statement 1. Nilgiri Hills connect eastern and western Ghats. This is correct. Nilgiri Hills, right? They are connected between the eastern Ghats and the western Ghats. Statement 2. Satpura Hills connect eastern and northern Ghats. There is no such thing in India as northern Ghats. So Satpura Hills connecting eastern and northern Ghats is absolutely a wrong statement. So the correct answer is statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is incorrect. So option C is the correct answer. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is incorrect. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following Indian rivers are part of the peninsular river system? So the next question, guys, which of the following Indian rivers are part of the peninsular river system? So peninsular river system is basically the river system which flows, which ends is water tributaries in the Arabian Sea. So the correct answers for this question is river Narmada and Tapi. Narmada and Tapi, they end their tributaries at the Arabian Sea. So these two rivers are a part of the peninsular river system. So correct answer is option C and E only. Betwa, Bias, Gandhak, these are wrong. They are not a part of the peninsular river system. Let's move to the next question. Which among the following are names of the actual coronavirus variants? So which among the following are name of the actual coronavirus variants? So alpha variant, this is a variant. Beta variant is a variant. Gamma variant, it is also a variant. Delta variant, also a variant. Kappa variant, it is also a variant. So these variants are basically named by WHO, World Health Organization. All 5 are variants of coronavirus. So correct answer is option C. All are correct. Right, we had to choose the most appropriate answer, so all are right. Who can dissolve the Lok Sabha before the expiry of its normal term of 5 years? So which person can dissolve the Lok Sabha before expiry of the normal term in 5 years? So the correct answer is the President of India can actually do this, but for this he needs a recommendation from the PM, Prime Minister of India. So the correct answer is President on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. Option C is the correct answer. Asked, which of the following Bengali works of fiction is often considered as the first political novel in India? The first political novel in India is Anandamat. So the correct answer is option A. Anandamat is the Bengali work of fiction which is considered as the first political novel of India. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following is true regarding history of Buddhism in India? Right. So I need to identify the correct statement among the given 5 statements which is true regarding history of Buddhism in India. Let's read the statements. The Turkish killed large number of Buddhist monks in Bihar. Correct. Right. In Bihar, lot of Buddhist monks were killed by the Turkish. The Brahmana Pashyamitra Shunga persecuted the Buddhists. This is also correct. Right. The Brahman Pashyamitra Shunga, he persecuted the Buddhist. Correct statement. The Huna king killed Mihirakula. The Huna king Mihirakula killed hundreds of Buddhists. Again, this is a correct statement, right? There was a Huna king named as Mihirakula who killed hundreds of Buddhists. Let's read statement D. The Shaivat Shashanka of Gauda felled the Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya. Again, correct. The Shaivat Shashanka of Gauda, it felled the Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya. Correct statement. Lastly, statement E. Xuanzang stated that 1,600 stupas and monasteries were destroyed and thousands of monks killed. Again, there was a historian, Xuanzang, who stated that 1,600 stupas and monasteries were destroyed and thousands of monks were killed. So all the 5 statements are correct. So the correct answer is option D. A, B, C, D and E. All are correct. We have been given with 2 statements. Let's read them. Statement 1. The Indus river system comprises Chenab, Jhelum and Beas. This is correct. Chenab, Jhelum and Beas are a part of the Indus river system. The Ganga river system consists of Ravi, Sutlej and Krishna. It is incorrect. The Ganga river system actually consists of rivers Yamuna, Ghagra, Gandok, Kosi. These are the rivers which are associated with the Ganga river system. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. So correct answer is option C. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. I need to arrange the following constitutional provisions according to the schedules in which they are in ascending order of occurrence. So I need to arrange these in the ascending order of occurrence according to the constitutional provisions. Let's read the statement first. Union list, state list and concurrent list. Okay, this was statement A. Statement B is telling allocation of seats to states and union territories in Rajya Sabha. Okay. Statement C tells provision as to administration and control of scheduled areas. Okay. Statement D tells validation of certain acts and regulations. Statement E tells list of states and union territory and their respective territories. Okay. So the first thing which is important is list of states and union territories and their respective territories. We need to first get the list. How many states are there? How many union territories are there? E is the first statement. Then will come B. Allocation of seats to states and union territories in Rajya Sabha, right? We need to allocate the seats in Rajya Sabha for the respective state and union territory. Then comes C. Provision as to administration and control of scheduled areas, right? So, scheduled areas, we need to do the provision for administration and control. Then comes A. We need to have three lists: union list, state list, and concurrent list. And lastly comes D, that all the acts and regulations which we are implying, they has to be validated. So the correct order is E, B, C, A, D. Correct answer is option C, E, B, C, A, D. I need to match list 1 with list 2. List 1 is a disease. List 2 is an affected organ. Let's read the disease. Herpes. Herpes is actually associated with organ skin. It is a skin disease. Rabies. Rabies is a disease related to the nervous system, right? This happens, for example, when monkey, dogs bite, right? Upon the bite of a dog or a monkey, what happens is that we are not able to see water properly, right? So there is an disorder in the nervous system. So rabies is a nervous disorder. AIDS. AIDS is a sexual disorder. It is associated with cancer. So the actual answer is defensive system lymphocytes, right? This is the part of the body which is affected, right? Because the defensive system is being affected, so cancer can occur. Lastly is goiter. Goiter is a disease associated with a thyroid gland. So A4, B3, C2, D1. Correct answer is option B. In the next question, I have been given with the countries with their capitals. Let's read the countries. Austria. The capital of Austria is Vienna. A goes with 2. Canada. The capital of Canada is Ottawa. B goes with 4. Ukraine. The capital of Ukraine is Kiev. C goes with 1. Finland. The capital of Finland is Helsinki. D goes with 3. So it is A2, B4, C1, D3. A2, B4, C1, D3. So correct answer is option D. Which poisonous gas leaked in Bhopal gas tragedy in December 1984? So the poisonous gas which was leaked in Bhopal gas tragedy in December 1984 is MIG gas. What does this mean? This means methyl isocyanide. Option A is the correct answer. I have been given with 5 statements. I need to ask, I am being told to find the most appropriate answer. Kajri is a folk dance of Uttar Pradesh. This is correct. Option A is correct. Kuchipudi is a folk dance of Kerala. This is wrong. Kuchipudi is a folk dance of Andhra Pradesh. Statement B is wrong. Kathakali is a folk dance of Kerala. This is correct. In Kerala, the folk dance is Kathakali. Chakari is a folk dance of Uttar Pradesh. This is wrong. Chakari is a folk dance of Rajasthan. Ghapal is a folk dance of Rajasthan. This is again correct. So the correct answer is A, C and E. So option C is the correct answer. Kanha National Park is situated in which state? So Kanha National Park is situated in Madhya Pradesh. Option D is the correct answer. I need to match list 1 with list 2. The inventions given are lift. Lift was invented by E.G. Otis. Radium. Radium is a radioactive substance. It was invented by Marie and Pierre Curie, right? The Curie couples, they are Nobel Prize winners and their work was related to radioactivity. Ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pen was invented by C. Biro, and dynamite was invented by Alfred Nobel, upon whose name the Nobel Prize is being awarded. So correct answer is A4, B3, C2, D1. A4, B3, C2, D1. Option B is the correct answer. Dash of Indian Constitution deals with 22 languages recognized by the Constitution. Which schedule of Indian Constitution deals with 22 languages recognized by the Constitution? The correct answer is 8th schedule. The schedule was 8th. Option B is the correct answer. So I have been given with two columns. First column is the new currency banknotes. The second column is image on the back side of the note. So what are the banknotes? 500, 50, 200, 100. And what are the images on the back side? The images on the back side are 500. The image on the back side of 500 rupees note is Red Fort. 50 rupees note. The image on the back side is Hampi with chariot. 200 rupees note. The image on the back side is Sanchi Stupa. And 100 rupees note. The image on the back side is Ran Ki Bhav. So correct answer is A4, B3, C2, D1. So option C is the correct answer.